In the year 2000, David Crypton once said that no matter how difficult the challenge, when we spread our wings of faith and allow the wings of God's Spirit to lift us from within, it will lead us to the dark places. Today, before this horrible court, we are putting man on trial. Not only has negativity dined in the hearts of men with a devious agenda, but it has rendered many lost with no traces. It has limited them from making waves in those dark places and never reaching their intended depth. Therefore, I call man to the dock and accuse him of killing himself. By living a shallow life. My Lord, this concludes my opening affirmation. And if I may proceed with the evidence of my case, I will establish it.
Proceed.
My Lord, they say if you're cooking soup with nutrients, the main thing you should be looking out for are the ingredients. So you see, when the worst meal is served, before you throw up on your serviette, have a chit chat with the chef. He said there was too much of something or less of nothing. From the onset of time ab initio, we are sapiens with diverse callings. But the real question is, what lies within? The English dictionary defines depth as the attribute or quality of being deep, strong, or intense. But she skipped the part, the attribute of being true.
Objection, my lord. Objection overruled. Please, you may proceed.
Thank you, my lord. My lord, it's like a man speeding a car without reading the manual, and the next minute he crashes and blames the devil. It's not that he's not capable of avoiding any hit. It's simply because he did not study the depth behind that car seat before he hits the streets. So, please know thyself deep and within before you're tagged cheap with no bargain. Many desire to live their lives with no sweat, never realizing sweat can be sweeter with the proper mindset. Every day you wake up, I pray you wake up your dreams and develop your daydreams. Because many roam on the street in search for daily bread and may end up settling for cheap agege bread. When your content within is not worth a dime, even your invented assets alone cannot assure you cash flows for a lifetime. I pray you don't end up like that servant in the scriptures who was given one talent to sow, but he didn't know that for every talent he was given, he took a vow to grow it beyond the now. It's a pity. Many folks have turned to ruthless pirates in search for treasure, when they are emirates with untapped treasures underneath their skin texture. Even from the depth of my ink, I wrote this poem, spilling my words in the right quantity from the innermost part of my bosom. And that's how you see the girl on TV when she will blossom. My mother taught me to look beyond the person's face. It may be marked or scarred in many places. Instead, paying attention beyond the sweet 16 and tight jean and search deep for the unseen. A person's soul is like his label for eternity. So package your whole like it was your only passport to Germany. You see, you only seek the heights of manhood when you seek the depths of God. When you see from these depths, you see beyond the limitations of the earth to the limitlessness of the spirit. And you might wonder, I don't know what I'm made for. Say no more. Listen to that still small voice within your depths you hush to the core. And you finally hear your purpose saying, please don't ignore me anymore, but instead restore me evermore.
Objection, my lord. Objection overruled. Please do not interrupt this matter again. You may proceed.
Thank you, my lord. My lord, distinguished members of the audience, this is a clear replica of a vagabond. He is guilty of murdering himself, contrary to section 306 of the Criminal Code Act. My lord, may I plead that he unveils himself before this honorable court. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone claims to be Joseph the dreamer, but few are the real depth seekers, reaching deep and running with all energy, while some are childish adults, belittled by what their insides carry, as if their gifts an allergy. Scared the journey of life. It's like a horror movie with an adversary called fear, when in reality life is hoping. You're an explorer with the visionary called persevere. So oftentimes we live our lives in chains, and we never know we wield the key. It's light deep within our brains. Reach high, for the stars that lie hidden in your soul. Dream deep, for every dream precedes your goal. My Lord, distinguished members of the audience, it's high time we look past the mirror glass and face our debts we have bypassed and ask, who am I? It's high time our faces preach the same message as our souls. I'm sick and tired of seeing great people with untapped potentials. It's high time our profiles on social media reveal the whole of us and not the part of us we hope to impress with such idea. Friends, it's about time we stop roaming about aimlessly, but roam every corner within us until we fulfill our destiny. It's about time we unleash the depth of our gifts to the limelight, because in the kingdom of the gifted, bearing is not allowed. So come to the light, please. It's high time we run out from the comfort of our beds and show the world we are not lazy youths, as they said. My Lord, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished members of the audience, above all, I'm looking forward to knowing the real you. I rest my case.